Alright, let's look at the homework 2.3, problem number 1. Alright, so let's evaluate this limit. Alright, limit of f of x plus g of x as x approaches 2. Alright, so we have to look at the picture. So we can take the limit of each one separately. So about f of x. Alright, so this is a picture. As x approaches 2, right, so it looks like here. As x approaches 2, the limit is going to be 2. So you're going to have 2 here. And the g of x, as x approaches 2, the g is approaching 0. Right? So it's a 2 plus 0. So this is going to be 2. Right? Part B. Right? So this is the same thing, but it's approaching 1. So f of x is approaching 1 here. And here, looks like at this point the limit does not exist because left hand limit and right hand limit do not agree with each other. So this does not exist. Alright, then you look at f of x times g of x as it approaches 0. Alright, so f of x is approaching 0. Alright, and g of x is approaching some number here, 1.3-ish, but the 0 times anything is going to be 0, so it's 0. Alright, so let's look at the f of x over g of x as x approaches -1. Right, so f of x is as x approaches -1, it's going to be -1, and here g of x is actually, oh, this is bad, it's going to approach 0. Alright, so since denominator is approaching 0, so the limit is going to be, does not exist. Alright, and part E, alright, as x approaches 2, so 2 cubed would be 8 times f of x approaches 2, right? So we have 8 times 2, so that's 16. Alright, last one. Alright, as x approaches 1, f is approaching 1, so we plug in 1 here. So 3 plus 1 is 4 square root, so that's going to be 2. Alright, so let's check the answer. Submit for testing. Alright, it came back and looks like we got all parts correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.